Hi there and welcome to this lesson. So in the last lesson we have discussed about the loops, what loops are, okay. Now we have also read one point that in order to come out of the block of the loop we need to give one termination condition, okay. So when I reach to that particular condition, I'll come out of that loop block, okay. But sometime there may be case I want to terminate my loop in between, which means I want to terminate my loop before reaching to that termination condition, okay. So that means I want to forcefully stop the block of my loop. So for that we have a particular provision provided in programming language which is known as jump statements. Let's just understand with the help of definition what jump statements are. Jump statement cause an unconditional jump to another statement elsewhere in the code. It is an unconditional jump, which means that we have not reached one certain condition. We just want to interrupt the code in between, okay. They are primarily used to interrupt switch statements and loops, okay. Basically if you want to stop your loops or switch statement, then we can use this jump statement. The jump statements are the continue statements and the break statement. We have two different type of jump statement. One is known as continue and one is known as break, okay. How these are going to work, that we'll discuss with the help of a program. And we have one more provision that is provided in your Python programming language, okay. See, you have done loop. You need to write, you have seen that we are writing one statement, two statement or more than one statement in a loop. But we have not discussed a situation in which we want to leave the block of the loop as blank. Okay, so if we try to leave the block of the loop blank, that means if we are not writing even a single statement inside the loop, then my Python interpreter is going to throw an error, okay. But if I want to avoid that error, what I can do, I can write a statement which is known as pass. So see, this is what we have written. When the pass statement is executed, nothing happens. It is used to avoid the error when empty code is not allowed. Okay, whenever you are trying to put an empty code, okay, inside a block within a loop, the Python interpreter is not going to allow you to do that. So in order to avoid that error, I can just write pass. Okay, pass is going to do nothing, okay, but it will simply avoid the error that is going to come when I am going to leave my block blank, okay. So let's just understand that what we are going to discuss through the help of program. So we are going to discuss what is break statement, what is continue statement, and what is a pass statement. Okay, so let's just discuss these topics with the help of a program. So first of all, I am going to discuss with you what is a pass statement. Okay, so see, this is the code that we have written. We have created a list which is and stored that inside a variable that is named as x, and then I am just printing all the elements of my list. Okay, let's just run this code and see is there any kind of problem. So see, there is no problem, it is executing perfectly. Okay, now what I am going to do, I am going to make this statement as a comment, which means I am trying to leave this for loop blank. Okay, let's just save this and let's just run this. So it is throwing me an error that it is not possible, unexpected end of file, which means my Python interpreter don't allow me to leave a block null, empty. It don't allow me to do that, right? So in order to avoid this kind of situation, what I can write, I can simply write pass. Okay, and I'm going to run this code again. Now it is giving me no problem. Okay, sometimes what happens, we know that we are going to create a loop, but we are not sure that which statements we want to put inside that loop. Okay, we are not right now sure that which statements, how many number of statements I want to put in that loop. So in that case, I have just created a loop, but I have not given any statement inside the loop yet. Okay, so my interpreter is not going to allow me that, right? It won't allow me to leave my block as an empty block. Okay, so just in order to avoid that kind of situation, what I have written pass. Okay, now past statement is not going to work only with your loops. We can also implement past statement inside an if block. How? Let's just see. I'm going to make this as a comment. Okay, I'm just going to take a very simple code. Let's say I'm saying if 1 is greater than 0. Okay, now inside that I'm going to do nothing. I don't want to print anything right now. I'm going to save this. Let me clear this first. Okay, and then I'm going to run this. It is again creating the same problem, that is unexpected end of file while passing. Okay, so in order to overcome this, what I can write, I can simply write pass. Now it will allow me. Okay, actually it is demanding one statement. I have given that one statement, and that one statement in saying pass, you need to move on, like passing. Okay, so I'm going to save this, I'm going to run this, and now see, it is not creating any problem. Okay, so this is your pass statement. Whenever you are not sure that which statement you want to put inside the block, you can just create a loop, or you can just create an if block, and inside that you can just write down the pass statement. Okay, so in the next lesson we are going to discuss what is break and what is continue. Okay, bye bye.